breakdown.
It's the weekly breakdown. We're in a different spot.
We do senior
new spot.
stuffs.
It's a better spot.
Yeah.
Because we have a table.
Yeah.
Fucking bullshit. It's bullshit. Come on.
This is weekly breakdown 5.
Week 5.
5. And, 5 Mountain Dew. We all have different Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
Wow. We really, wow.
There's a lot that happened this week.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
But I think we should start with probably the biggest hotbed topic, and that is the NFL.
Sugar Ray Rice.
Yeah, Sugar Ray Rice.
And how everybody's...
So,
yeah.
if you've been living under a rock, Ray Rice back in February got arrested for domestic violence. He basically knocked his wife out in an Atlantic City casino and
Drag her
and then not too long ago he got just a 2-game suspension. Then the NFL changes its domestic policy, and then the video comes out, the public sees it, and now he's suspended indefinitely. The Ravens terminate his contract, and it just keeps getting.
But you want to know what's fucked up? He still gets his pension, and he still gets his bonus.
Does he?
Yeah.
Lisa? Yeah.
In his contract.
Wow.
And because he played for more than 5 years in the NFL, he qualifies for
See, that's another thing. If it's in his contract, if he does something,
He was
end it,
guaranteed this money.
that should be. But then they should just put a clause in where it's like, you break a rule, you break one of our policies. Guess what? Contract.
I mean, and maybe it's in there, but as of right now, from last I heard, he's still getting what he was guaranteed.
That's bullshit. That's a bunch of
That's
horseshit.
pretty fun.
Yeah.
It's a really bad situation. Well, first of all, the video is horrible. If you haven't seen the video,
You might not want to watch it.
You might honestly not want to watch it because it's pretty vile.
Graphic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is definitely graphic. And so, but the NFL, they said, we have never seen this video. But a report came out that they were sent the video in April.
Yeah.
And they did nothing about it.
They have a
until
phone conversation of the guy from inside the sheriff's department or whatever that sent it over, getting confirmation that the guy that he sent it to did in fact see
And I
the
think
video.
that's the thing that people are really blowing up about.
Is
It's
that
like, okay, Ray Rice.
They tried to cover it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they tried to just push it to the side. And
If
that's
TMZ
fucked up.
hadn't gotten this video and never leaked it to the public,
He'd be playing.
none of this I guarantee would have been happening. Because they would have been able to just brush it under the rug.
They said that they asked for the video and didn't get it. You're telling me the fucking NFL,
Yeah.
like one of the biggest businesses in the world,
You want to know how much they make a year?
cannot get a fucking video from a casino?
The NFL makes $8 billion a season.
What's he say?
9 billion.
9 billion?
Yeah. 8 to 9 billion.
It's
Whatever.
9
That's a lot of fucking money.
billion. That's a lot. And you're telling me you couldn't get this
I
video
guarantee
somehow?
you that if they were just like, yeah, we'll give you $1 million, someone would fucking hand over that.
But
Yeah.
apparently,
No.
it's already been handed to the NFL months
Exactly.
ago.
Exactly. Law enforcement was like, yeah, we sent it. And they just sit on it. They just sit on it. I think that's really fucked up. I think all this ultimately goes back to Roger Goodell.
Because he sat there and insisted, no, I've never seen this video.
Exactly.
No one in the NFL has ever seen this video.
I think he should resign and or be fired or whatever because because this is really fucked up. This is a huge stain on him and the NFL, and he should have done something about this from the beginning because this is a very serious thing.
Yeah.
And he's so inconsistent about player suspensions. It's
like they were saying this morning on I was listening to Mike and Mike this morning. He's like, this guy seems to get off on writing suspensions.
Like for just
What? Like, oh, you get 2 games. Oh, you get
it
6.
seems to me like this was more of like he tried to sweep it under the rug. It's like this is hot button news. So it's like people are gonna care.
NFL.
No, like this is hot button news. People are talking about how Ray Rice allegedly, beat his wife. So it's like people are gonna be talking about that. People are gonna be like, is he playing? And then people are gonna watch. And so it's like it could have been, which that's not the place to do that. Definitely,
And
if that's
obviously-
the case.
The other thing that blows my mind about this whole thing is she's still married him.
I know that's the.
She's still married him.
What's that? It's not Stockholm syndrome. It's like
it's Stockholm syndrome. You're thinking exactly of Stockholm syndrome.
Or more, she's afraid if she doesn't, what's gonna happen? I mean,
But actually, did you hear about the whole like pre-trial intervention thing that she got him into? There's this program, I guess, in Atlanta, Georgia, I guess, where this was. Or no, it was in Atlantic City.
So it was probably New Jersey.
New Jersey. That it's a program that basically, yes, you admit you fucked up, but it's not going to be on your record, if you go through this program. But there are two things that you need to qualify for this program. It has to be both a nonviolent offense and a victimless crime. Well, we have violence and a victim.
Yeah.
But the judge, the attorney, this dumb bitch, everybody said, yes, you can go into this thing. It's like, no, you should be in... Because if I had done this, or you had done this, or you had done this...
Oh, yeah, it's because he's famous.
He's going to be in jail.
Exactly, and that's something that came out yesterday, is that the prosecutors said something that he wouldn't go to jail.
Yeah.
And I'm like... If any Joe Schmo beats his wife, he's going to go to fucking jail.
I mean, it might not be for a long time, but I guarantee you, your ass is behind bars.
He should serve time, if you ask me. It's fucking stupid. And to me, it's like the NFL is failing with this. And so's the justice system, in my eyes.
Yeah.
And, Roger Goodell, he originally gave Ray Rice 2 games for beating his wife. He gives another guy a full season for smoking a little fucking weed. There's some guy that on the Dallas Cowboys recently that killed his teammate because of drunk driving. He might play this year.
Yeah, it's like...
And SportsCenter actually did some really great thing where they went through all these suspensions and there was no consistency. And that's just fucking stupid.
And they were just going through all the ones that have just happened this year. And it's been at least one player a month.
I wonder if he comes up with these by pinning the amount of time of suspension on a dartboard. He just throws a dart at it.
That's what it seems like. Yeah.
4 years suspension. There you go.
I will say that the state police of I guess New Jersey State Police have been investigating and trying to do something about this for months.
Oh yeah. I mean it's.
But they've pretty much been stonewalled because it's fucking Ray Rice.
And, famous people, NFL, stuff like that. Famous people shouldn't get special treatment.
No.
I get it.
No. And that's it. And it's something that's fucked up about America. We worship celebrities.
And now we got the whole thing about Adrian Peterson.
Yeah. I don't know much about it, but Adrian Peterson is now arrested for hurting a child.
Yeah. And
technically... I guess in the eyes of the American justice system, that's worse. So right off the bat, at least that's a law now.
And wasn't there another dude that beat his pregnant wife?
I believe so. I don't remember.
Yeah, I think it was somebody from. I think it was Cleveland. I think it was somebody in Cleveland.
Maybe. I'm trying to think, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Coming to my mind.
Yeah, but it's fucked up.
I'd like to talk about this with Sam, but Sam didn't show up today.
Yeah,
so it's okay.
It's okay.
So it was 9 times. Anyways, let's move on to
let's get to happy topics.
I think we can start off with Destiny, which just came out this week, is now the most successful new IP launch in the history of video games. It has made $500 million in a day.
It was the most pre-ordered game in history.
I originally looked at that and I was at first I was wow, that's weird. GTA 5 sold more than that, and I remember it's GTA 5.
Yeah.
GTA 5. You're gonna get a GTA game.
The thing that blows my mind about this is that they have made all this money and nobody's reviewed this game. There are no reviews out of this game just because they just got copies on Monday because Bungie's this is a huge game. It's better. It's to be played with people.
Yeah.
So they didn't let reviewers have access.
The only people that played were Bungie staff.
Yeah. So Game Informer, IGN, GameSpot. No reviews.
IGN's doing their
people.
review in progress thing.
So this
on day 4.
sold millions of copies.
You said they made $500 million already?
Yeah.
They just covered the cost of making this game.
Everything pure profit from this point. Pure profit.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fucking amazing.
It's just kind of mind blowing.
I'm really tempted if they put another Ghost Edition out, I'm going to buy it.
And then later games.
I don't care about the Dinklebot statue. I'm sorry.
Just imagine how big later games are going to be.
I know.
It's like it would be sick how much money they spend on it.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully, it's for a good story. But I mean,
Yeah. Dude, literally everybody that I see has the same exact thoughts on this game. This game's so fun. This game is just amazing to play. The story's a little lackluster though. Like everybody's opinion is that. I guess.
But at the same time, there's no reviews because everybody's been fucking playing the game.
Oh yeah.
Our review will be up next weekend.
Yes.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll be level 20.
We're playing the fucking.
Actually, I plan on being.
I plan on being level 25 next weekend. I plan on being level 20 at some point Sunday.
Although I think we can all agree that if you're on the fence about Destiny,
Still buy it.
just buy it.
Hop the fence. Get on the other side. Get on the other side. Join the dark side.
The grass is indeed greener on this side of the fence.
Yeah. So there's a lot of games that got last week. Like a bunch of games got announced. This week, a lot get a release date. So I'll run through them all, and then we can just discuss them. The Assassin's Creed: The American Saga comes out October 23rd on PS3 and 360. It includes Assassin's Creed 3, Assassin's Creed Liberation HD, and Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. So it's like that too, truly.
Oh, okay.
I think they should have held off on that throughout Liberation and put in Rogue.
Yeah.
It makes more sense.
But Rogue, well, yeah.
I mean, Rogue is connected to it, and so is Liberation. Liberation because you meet Connor. But I mean, I get what you're saying.
Some really interesting indie games. Stealth Inc. 2, a game of clones, is coming to Wii U October 23rd. Something's coming to Wii U.
Hey.
Sorry about the fucking line.
It's okay.
Grand Theft Auto 5 will release on PS4 and Xbox One November 18th. PC January 27th. There will be the game's going to have denser cities, more wildlife, better weather, 30-player GTA Online player count, more cars and weapons, and you get $1 million if you pre-order. Shadow of Mordor on PS3 and 360 are delayed to November 18th.
Oh, okay.
But the PS4 and Xbox One PC versions are still releasing September 30th. Watch Dogs is releasing November 18th on Wii U. Crickets.
It's actually funny. I hear crickets right now.
Dying Light will release on PS4, Xbox One, PS3, 360, and PC January 27th.
Huh.
And Batman Arkham Knight will release June 2nd, 2015.
And I think that's a perfect time.
Xbox One, PC.
That's an awesome time.
That is the perfect time for that game.
Because
that is the week before E3.
Yeah, but it's also like that, post. It's like that post fiscal year lull in game releases.
It's that summer lull.
It's the other thing, because that was one of the things that I was always worried about when it was originally an October release date. I was like, it's only been a goddamn year. Like, I've always had 2 years to wait. It's like, and then I get it's made by a different studio, but I was like, I don't know. I don't want to get burned out.
But it's also going to sell better because there's nothing.
Yeah, it's going to have
nothing released around.
It's going to have its time to itself.
Oh yeah.
Like I thought it was going to be coming out in February or March, and I was like,
we don't know
there's
what
so many games coming out then.
I mean, we still got to wait till next spring to hear about Battlefront 3.
Yeah.
Because we're getting at least information on that next spring.
Yeah.
So.
Oh wait, well, what?
Battlefront 3.
Oh right, spring. Right.
Forgot. Yeah, I think
GTA 5.
I saw gameplay of that today, and they of course they started it off by Batman walking out some building and just sitting on top of it and looking out at Gotham City, and I'm just like, and then he just flies around and I'm drooling. It's like,
whoa, my pants. What the?
Game of the year 2015.
My pants disappeared.
I'm calling it right now. Are you guys going to pick up GTA 5?
I might, because you just think GTA 5 for all purposes was a next-gen game last gen. Like, it did everything.
It was almost meant to be.
It did everything that it needed that last gen, that you do this gen. You do this gen, you get a game, and then you get a download. Last gen, because now since you have to be online, to play games for the most part, or at least to play a lot of stuff, you download the thing, then it was like, oh, they have the disc.
And I'm hearing this game is only $50.
Ooh, that's better.
And plus, they're supposed to add heist in.
Supposedly, they haven't announced that yet, but I mean, if they don't, Rockstar, I'm sorry, I might, I don't know.
I'm actually super excited for this because GTA 5 was a great game.
Also,
And I didn't really, because I knew it was coming to PS4. I was like, I didn't buy it for last gen. So I was like, I'm just gonna wait and wait. So I get to fully experience GTA 5.
I didn't even know if I was going to like that game, but I got caught up in the hype, and it actually turned out to be a really good game.
yeah, like, the other thing is they're going to make the online better because they're making it more dense. That was my one complaint about the online. It's like, there's, besides the players, there's nobody. You can't, if you want to try and hijack a car, good fucking luck. You're not going to find one. But now it's like, a lot more cars. It's like, it's actually going to feel like GTA. Where it's
going to feel more populated with people too. So
there's
more
awesome.
chances that you could get.
Well, yeah, if they could do
you know,
if they could do
like that one guy with the hockey mask and Haunted Sam.
Yeah, like if they could do this really like big populated online with the GTA 4 online, like they had almost a populated city plus the players.
No, and
why couldn't they do it with GTA 5?
Because they had a lot more people, also graphically. I mean,
Yeah.
graphically, GTA 4 wasn't.
And I can see that.
GTA 4 isn't impressive graphically. Even for its time, I didn't feel like it was impressive graphically.
Really
But GTA 5, it's prettier now than a lot of games that are out for the PS4 and the Xbox One. It's like...
Because NHL 15 looks like shit. I saw the graphics from...
Dude, that game's getting like a 5 out of 10s. On the new system.
On the new system. On the old systems, apparently, it's just pretty flawless. But
yeah, because it has all the modes and all the stuff and... Yeah.
It's EA.
They fucking blew it.
You can buy it. You can buy it.
They actually,
I haven't bought an NHL game for a while.
I read that they did not start developing it on the PS4 and Xbox One until after NHL 14 was released. So
And
they
that
didn't
wasn't
even
on
start
hardware.
before. So they haven't even really been developing it that long.
For a year. It hasn't even really been a year.
No,
That's like goddamn Call of Duty time.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
That's probably why it looks like shit, because they rushed it.
Yeah.
So.
Are you guys gonna buy Dying Light?
I want to. It's just October has moved to January/February of next year.
And it's moved to November 11th and 18th of this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, alright, on November 18th you have GTA 5, Shadow of Mordor for last gen, Watch Dogs on Wii U, Dragon Age Inquisition, Far Cry 4, Little Big Planet 3, there's probably 4.
And then November 11th is both Assassin's Creeds.
And Halo Master Chief.
Master Chief,
and there's something else that's coming.
Yeah, there's
So it's like...
But see, we're not going to be able to buy the Master Chief collection.
But it's okay, so that's one less story. It's going to pain me.
It's going to pain me that I can't buy it.
I'm going to cry myself to sleep that night, but I can survive.
I almost feel like I won't want to wait for that, but I think I'll wait till next summer and I'll try to get an Xbox One then play.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
honestly,
it's just every time I see information about it, I'm just like,
I
I can't hold out.
That's my opinion. Like,
That's
I
such a-
really,
You know what you're going to do? You're going to buy it. You're going to buy it. Just buy the Master Chief collection when it drops. And you're just going to have it sitting there.
I was thinking about doing that. And I'm just buy it and then be like, okay, well now I have to get an Xbox One.
Sounds like
It's such a massive Halo fan. It's like
you have to.
You're
that's like everything you want all in one.
Like
Although I do think it should include Reach for this movie.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah. But I mean, it's just Master Chief.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, PlayStation 4 was the best-selling console for the 8th month in a row.
Well, no
Yeah,
shit.
no shit.
Yeah. And
Big surprise.
the best-selling games of August were, and this combines all the fucking platforms all in one.
Okay.
So, Madden NFL 15, Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls,
That was cute.
Yeah.
Minecraft, The Last of Us, Call of Duty Ghost, Lego Marvel Superheroes, Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare, Watch Dogs, Battlefield 4, and the Lego Movie video game.
Battlefield 4 is still selling well.
I know.
Jesus
I
Call
Christ.
of Duty Ghost still in the
crazy.
top 5, Minecraft. But
Well, Minecraft I get because I was like, boom, Minecraft.
But I
But
think we can call Destiny for September.
Yeah.
But I think October, November will be pretty interesting.
it's gonna be interesting. October's gonna be interesting just because now there's nothing.
And I
Well,
think
the only other game coming out this month is Shadow of Mordor.
Shadow of Mordor, that's about it.
And I think November will be interesting to see if the Xbox One actually outsells the PS4.
Because that's when
Because
Master Chief.
Master Chief. That'll be something. I mean, I think that's a whole other video for another time. But the way Microsoft's handling a lot of things to me is just they seem very, very petty right now with just a lot of policies. I mean, that's another video for another time. But it's like everything to me it seems they're doing is like in spite of Sony and like people who really support Sony, like that Destiny ad.
Yeah, but
and then
they
also,
seem a little desperate, but
like I mean, it's like it's almost like them all, and at least the way that it sounded. I mean, that could just be paraphrased. Berating Blizzard for Diablo 3 not running. It's like that's unacceptable. Like if it doesn't run, it doesn't fucking run.
Yeah.
And then the other thing was I was like, oh, Outlast, one of the best-selling survival horror games that comes out right now. So that only for the PS4 and PC right now. And then what do they do? And what's out this month on all Xbox systems?
Outlast.
No, Slender the Arrival.
Outlast is on Xbox One.
It is? I didn't know that. Okay, retract that
It
statement.
came out months ago, I think.
Alright, I retract that statement. I'm sorry, but still, like Slender. Here you go. So it's it's.
I just think Microsoft's a little butthurt that they just completely got fucked by Sony.
I think they're butthurt, but that's a good thing because then
it'll actually make them do better.
Yeah, they're gonna do a bunch of really awesome things, kind of like how Sony was fucked last generation and did a bunch of awesome things.
In like the last 2 years.
And convinced me to buy a PS4. So.
Yeah. I just think there's too many games on PS4 and Xbox One to just be like, I'm only a PlayStation person, and that's it. I mean, I prefer to play on PlayStation, but it doesn't mean I'm only PlayStation.
Like I said, I will eventually get an Xbox One. I can almost guarantee I'm going to buy it eventually.
In PlayStation 4 is my main console this generation. It's where I'll play all my multi-platform games. But the Xbox One has a pretty good exclusive
literally
right now.
Literally the only thing that I would play on the Xbox One is Xbox exclusives. And then probably some FPSs just because it's like...
Yeah.
Maybe. But that PS4 controller's too good, in my opinion.
True, you got a
it's
point.
so good for FPSs, so...
Okay, I'll concede to that statement. But maybe Call of Duty. Like, I'll just be like, oh, that's okay. None of my friends are going to play Call of Duty with me anyway. I'll just get it on the one.
Or you can get it on PS4 and we can use share play and then I'll play it.
Well, that's what we do. So I got you, you know.
Just a couple of things. Sony announces Lego Batman 3 Beyond Gotham PlayStation 3 bundle with a 500 gigabyte PS3 Lego Batman 3 in the Sly collection. Such an old game.
But it's the Sly collection.
270. That's it.
So you get 4 games.
For $270.
And then Microsoft announced
shut up and take my money.
A 500 gigabyte Xbox 360 bundle. It's the first time they've ever done 500 gigs.
It's blue.
They have a blue, and they have this like blue edition and regular edition. Both come with Call of Duty Ghosts and Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Like, couldn't you get some fucking variety?
Yeah.
Or whatever. And then they have a 4 gigabyte Kinect bundle with Kinect Adventures, Kinect Sports, and Forza Horizon. Who the fuck would buy that?
Wait,
no,
that's
just
just
great.
Okay, once we get done all this, I have something to add that I read on the internet.
But yeah, I think that blue console is fucking ugly. That's just my opinion.
Oh, I thought it was nice. I think it's... Okay, another thing. Right after Sony's like, white PS4, Xbox is like, white Xbox One.
They actually did it first, though. They gave employees white Xbox One.
Well, I mean, for consumer.
Yeah,
so it's like,
But that
we
white
never know
PS4
who planned what first.
Yeah, see, okay,
They
now
had
we
a
give them
fucking conference room. They were like, "We're doing this before Sony did it."
But
either way, they're both fucking sexy.
Yeah,
looking.
I know.
Sexy looking consoles. I almost wanted the Destiny PS4. I was like, I want to just go trade mine in and be like, I want the Destiny one.
Can you hear? I barely played it. Can you just give me
Dude,
that?
if it came with a terabyte hard drive, I would honestly think about getting rid of my PS4 now.
Yeah.
Especially since you use bricks on it.
Yeah, exactly. The Xbox One had almost the worst launch in Japan ever, and it only sold 23,000 units in 4 days.
Oh,
wow! Wait, the Wii U finally sold better than something?
The Wii U actually sells better than the PS4.
It does. The Wii U does really well in Japan, but that's about it.
Yeah.
That's why you get a lot of JRPGs.
But 23,000.
Well, see, that's the thing. Xbox is again. What foundation is Xbox built off of?
Yeah, but it's also that they really cater everything to American and Western European audience.
That's what I mean. Like I said, they're built on like shooters. Japanese people don't like shooters. They love their RPGs and they love shit like that. They love Mario too. They love Italians.
Resident Evil Revelations 2 were released episodically in 4 parts.
Yeah,
and with each one coming out 1 week after another, and then it'll have a retail.
And you play as the 2 characters from I think Revelations 1.
Claire Redfield? One of them.
Yeah.
One of them.
You're their daughter. I think they're from Revelation. They're from some Resident Evil game, but I know it's probably Revelations.
That's kind of neat. I think more games are going to do that. Microsoft is in serious talks to buy Mojang Studios. The people that create Minecraft for $2 billion.
That's big.
That's a lot of money, but I really hope Mojang doesn't do it.
I mean,
I like the idea and the philosophy that Mojang has built itself on, and I feel like if they get bought out by Microsoft, it's just gonna be fucked.
I mean, here's the thing though. For the longest time, Minecraft's been Xbox and PC. I mean.
Yeah.
And I mean, honestly, I don't see Minecraft going into another console generation. I mean, it's a good game, it's a fun game, I don't see it lasting.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, the idea Mojang had behind Minecraft was like, let's do something different.
Well, yeah, but I don't think that's going to change. I think Microsoft is just saying, here, it's kind of like, here, make more stuff, but just make it for us. I think Minecraft will still be cross-platform.
Yeah. If I was Microsoft, I wouldn't make this exclusive to the Xbox and PC only. Yeah, maybe I wouldn't put it on PlayStation systems, but I would put it on every fucking phone tablet out there. Think about how much money Minecraft makes. Yeah. That's more money in your fucking pocket all the time.
Actually,
the more you have it out there,
they put it on their Windows Phone.
The more places you have it,
the more money that studio can bring in. If you own that studio, you're getting more money.
So I would probably, if I was them, I'd put it on Xbox, I'd put it on PC, I'd put it on everything. I'd put it on the iPad, the fucking Android, the Windows Phone. I'd keep the PlayStation 4 version out there because then you're making money.
They kind of can't just take that away now.
No.
But I mean, one thing that might happen is they might not ever update the PS. Or I mean, they would kind of have to, but it's like,
is Minecraft as a property worth $2 billion to you?
I don't. I mean, Minecraft is a game of literally just about endless possibilities. But
I mean, people of any age can play it.
It's just think about it.
And look at all the Minecraft merchandise that's out there.
Yeah.
Think of all the creativity I've seen.
Yeah, that's another thing. They could make probably fuckloads of money off of the merchandise.
Yeah. So it's like, and also, I mean, there's so much crazy shit. Like I've seen some truly like awesome things come out of people who literally have all the time in the world to sit and make Minecraft worlds. Like I said, there's people with Rooster Teeth who are paid just to make Minecraft worlds. It's like. Christ.
Somebody made a replica of King's Landing from Game of Thrones in Minecraft. Like the whole just build it. It was like, oh, hey, here we go.
Yeah. Could be a pretty big thing, I think. Yeah. But it's just shocking. I don't think Minecraft's worth $2 billion, but whatever. Microsoft has so much money they just add zeros to the fucking check.
How many zeros?
How many
zeros do you want?
Yeah.
Wait, what? I got you. Let's put 9.
Yeah.
There you go.
Gallade, Sharpedo, and Camerupt will get Mega Evolutions, Mega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. And also Rayquaza is in the game. And there's a demo coming out soon.
This demo?
What?
Yeah. Oh, I did not hear this.
Yes.
Demo. I'm assuming it's a free.
See, I was thinking Sam was going to be here. We can talk about this.
Yeah.
Not that you guys don't.
aren't
big things.
I
know just Sam.
I think Gallade. I almost don't approve of Gallade just because.
Nah.
What's the
Sharpedo, they could have made Sharpedo from a half shark, and then when he mega evolves into a full shark, but they fucking blew that.
Oh, but what's the other one? The one that's Gallade, but the other evolution that the last chick in Elite Four has.
I forget.
The Dancy. No, it's
there is an
that.
event at GameStop. Speaking of Dancy, but at GameStop soon you'll be able to get the Dancy.
Oh, okay, that's what I was saying.
And a mega shiny Gengar, so you're not fucking special.
Yes! Fuck you, mine's worth more.
Don't care. Wait, how do you get it though?
Probably it's pre-order. It's a GameStop.
Nah, it's an event. They'll just give you some fucking.
Is it an event? I mean, with the game, you get the fucking shiny whatever. So shiny Bedlam. Bedlam. Wow, Bedlam. Yeah, but
no, I don't.
Yeah, I think Sharpedo and Camerupt kind of makes sense because they're kind of meh. Pokemon, it makes them kind of, you know, more worth it.
Yeah.
Sharpedo's fucking stupid, but
they could have done Sharpedo really cool. I like camera, so that's pretty cool too.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about Apple.
Oh, here we go.
Oh god. Yep.
So they revealed the iPhone 6 and the iPhone 6 Plus.
That's a weird.
The
That's
iPhone
that's
6
weird
is
name.
25% faster and 50% has a 50% boost in graphical performance. It has better camera, 1080p video. They launched September 19th. The iPhone 6 is $200 to $400 depending on how much gigabytes.
Yeah.
And the 6 Plus is $300 to $500.
What's the difference between the Plus and the regular?
I think the Plus is probably like the
It's
difference
a bigger
between
screen.
like the S,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, it's bigger screen. I think it does a little bit more.
Then the other thing is they just kind of said, hey, do you pay for iTunes? Well, guess what? You got the new U2 album for free. Which if you like U2, good.
Yeah.
But you know, doesn't excite me none. I mean,
if you
here's
like U2, I hope you found what you're looking for.
But guess what? My Android has been able to shoot video in for a while. 1080p. Guess what? It's always had a good camera. Android.
Yeah.
Basically the only reason I would get an iPhone or anything again is just for the ease of having everything in one, not having to buy like, you know, iPod and a phone, which is the main reason why I got one in the first place.
But like, with like the Androids, you have like removable memory. You can put in a big ass micro SD and have all your fucking music. You'll be able to, like, you can buy like I don't know how many gigs of music you have in your iTunes. But you can probably find a fucking 64 gig micro SD, stick it in your phone, and there you go.
That's what someone at work did with theirs.
Okay, maybe. So maybe I can do that. But yeah.
Like, I just bought a fucking 64 gig flash drive. So,
Yeah.
it's possible.
Like almost everything's like 2 years behind. I saw some picture, and it was like some Samsung
Oh, the
found
Galaxy.
iPhone 6, and it was like, launched in 2012, did this, and the iPhone 6 does this, and they're the same. And it's like, that's kind of funny. I just think this is like the least exciting thing ever.
Oh yeah.
Like,
So people are like, iPhone!
new iPhones, okay? Like, they have to do something really fucking awesome. It'll like, now it can track elevations. So I guess when you're fucking running and you're trying to map how much miles or something, when you're going upstairs or something, it knows where you're at.
Whatever.
Fucking cares. Also,
Yeah,
iOS 8 comes out like next week.
Apple Watch. Well, iWatch. Whatever.
Yeah,
they're
let's
calling
talk about the Apple Watch.
James Bond.
You don't have a watch, do you?
I mean, like, I wear one at work just for use, but
But
do I normally wear one? No.
what's the point of the watch when everybody in the world has this on? all the
Because I
time?
can't have that on me at work.
Because it's like,
It's like-
it's because it's like, I'm an American, I'm fucking lazy, I don't feel like pulling my phone out of my pocket.
I think you kind of
Yeah.
can do some cool things if you get a text.
Oh,
you can
yeah.
just look and be like, oh, okay, that person texts me. The fucking, it's made out of like sapphire or something, like the screen or something.
Yeah.
I think I have it written down here, I don't know. But the thing is fucking $350.
For fucking watch.
Yeah.
I kind of only need, I mean,
I can buy a Rolex
I was
for
gonna
that
say,
much.
all the extra shit might be cool, but it's like, I'm buying a watch, really, to have a fucking watch.
Yeah, and
I can look at the sun and spend time and do all kinds of equations to figure out what fucking time it is.
And say you have like a Samsung phone, but you're like, that Apple Watch is really cool. I could use that Apple Watch or something.
Yeah.
You have to have the iPhone.
Of course, because that's how
Of
I
course,
work.
that's how
to
it
use
works.
it. Yeah. Which, it's $350 fucking dollars. Like, it has some
I
like
get a Pocket
dial
Watch.
thing
Yeah.
that's kind of neat, and there's a bunch of apps that you can get pretty soon. You'll
Yeah, I
You
get-
know, you know,
fucking-
smart watches are worth that much? Any other. But they do more.
Yeah.
Like, they have the ones that like project stuff like on your wrist and you can actually like type things and just
It's fucking cool.
Yeah.
But it's what, $350, right? Yeah.
probably a little bit more than that, just but at the same time, they actually do things that make them worth that much money.
Yeah.
Whereas this is just Apple being bots.
Like, not a whole lot of people really wear watches anymore just because of phones. Like,
Yeah.
having cell phones on you all the time. And I guarantee you now, everybody's going to have a fucking Apple Watch.
Oh, yeah.
This
Yeah.
shit's probably going to fucking blow up.
Now, I noticed you didn't have this on here, and I wanted to make sure. Did you see This isn't big news. I mean, it could be a scam. I thought I saw it somewhere. There actually exists a couple of both Xbox Ones and PS4s made, I think in Europe, they're literally made out of gold.
Yeah, I did see that.
I was like,
they're like thousands and tens of thousands of dollars.
I was just like,
why would you?
well, I mean, if I ever wanted to buy, I'd buy it, but then I'd be too scared to play it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm just gonna put this here. Look, are you gonna turn it on? No. Sorry,
That's
no.
purely a collector's thing. For
Like-
someone has a lot of fucking money.
Nah, I'm fine.
And Nintendo also announced a new 3DS that looks like the NES controller.
Yeah, that's cool.
But
That's
they,
fucking cool.
but they blew it because on the front cover when it's closed, you have the picture of the NES controller. Then you open it up, but it doesn't look like an NES controller. It's just like a gray regular 3DS. It's like you could have fucking made that look so cool inside.
Yeah.
God damn it.
I mean, who would buy a 3DS right now, anyways, when they're just gonna put new ones out that you need?
Yeah.
Right?
Because
Whatever.
I'm gonna sell my 3DS, my old DS, and get one fucking new 3DS
Exactly.
because I'm gonna need to get one eventually anyway.
That's my fucking plan too. But at least we do have Pokemon home. So.
Yeah.
Anyways, on to music.
Music.
There's a whole lot of big things. There was a bunch of tours the guy announced. Every Time I Die, The Ghost Inside, Architects, 100th, and Backtrack will be touring this later this year. I bet you Zach's going to that. I bet you Sam's going to that.
Okay.
Although The Ghost Inside is fucking awesome live.
Bob.
And so is Every Time I Die.
Always goes inside.
Yeah. In This Moment has a new album coming out. Black Widow on November
I
18th.
hope it's okay and not like radio rock.
They put out a new song called like Sick Like Me. It fucking sucks.
God damn it.
That's just my opinion. And they're also touring with Starset, 12 Foot Ninja, and 3 Pill Morning.
12 Foot Ninja, I heard about that.
They're actually really good. They're like a fucking like jam band or something. They're actually in Lancaster.
What? 12 Foot Ninja is from Lancaster, or they're just in Lancaster?
No, it's tours
Oh,
in
it's tours in
Lancaster at the fucking Freedom Hall. I didn't think In This Moment's that big, but
Alright.
to play at the Freedom Hall or whatever.
Well, I mean, Hailstorm came or is coming to.
Is coming.
Hailstorm's so much bigger than
Yeah.
In This Moment.
I would give it.
Oh, yeah.
Hailstorm
Not
sells
that
out wherever they go. In This Moment sometimes doesn't even draw half the fucking place. So, Scream It Like You Mean It tour's done.
Yeah.
Forever.
Oh, forever. Oh.
I think.
Wow, okay.
I don't give a
It's
fuck.
okay.
If you fucking care, go for it. I went in 2011 just to see the Casey Strain. It was pretty worth it. When the Casey Strain came on, everybody before him fucking sucked. Like Hands Like Houses and Like Moths to Flames. For all those sleeping. It was awful.
Yeah, God, sounds.
But the tickets were like $15, so I was like,
Fuck it,
see
why
the
not?
Casey Strain, and back when Oceano was actually really good. YOLO. And Impending Doom, when they were good too. So, like, the last 3 bands were good.
But everyone else before them kind of sucked.
Exactly. So they said, Scream Like You Mean It tour 2009 and 2013. And I'm like, who gives a fuck anymore? I didn't think people cared about that tour anymore.
Yeah. Somebody does.
Ready for the best tour ever. The Word Alive.
Fuck.
Color Morale.
Yeah.
Our Last Night. The
Alright.
Dead Rabbits. And Misfortune.
Fuck right, yeah.
They're in Reading. We should go.
They're ready, how much tickets?
I don't know. Who gives a fuck? We're going.
Who is fuck? You're gonna be $100 I'm still gonna go. I go miss that
Are
shit.
you ready for another band that is completely irrelevant?
Here we go.
Drowning Pool. They're going to be playing their debut album Sinner that has like bodies on it
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
in its entirety. And they're also touring with Like a Storm, A Breach of Silence, and Red Tide Rising. Who the fuck are those bands? But I can't even know.
Didn't
if
it
they're
die?
Still around.
Yeah.
I know,
honest
I
with
heard, they have not put out new music in forever. Or at least new music that means anything.
I thought their fucking bodies hit the floor and they died.
Yeah.
Whatever. As Blood Runs Black, Rings of Saturn, upon this dawning, elitists, the Coalescence, and Those Who Fear are touring. So I guess his Blood Runs Black isn't breaking up. It sucks that Rings of Saturn is touring with this fucking shit fest. And as Blood Runs Black's album Ground Zero comes out October 27th, I can't wait to laugh at it. Let's see. North Lane, Symphony X, Between the Buried and Me, and Clutch are all working on new albums. So that's pretty cool.
Symphony X.
Symphony X.
Yeah. I forgot about that
Fucking
band.
Between the Buried and Me, that makes me horny.
Actually, Toby just got done touring between the Barry and me.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Camelot and Dragon Force are touring next year. So that's kind of
I can't care about half of those.
I can care about Dragon Force for probably a handful of songs that they'll play.
And it'll be like, oh.
It's a maybe. They're at the fucking soundstage. That can be cool.
Oh, so maybe then it's that kind of
Camelot's good too. It's not until April and May of next year.
Camelot, they usually play bigger things because they know that their whole fucking set's like a fucking convoluted shit fuck.
Yeah. Fear Factory signed to Nuclear Blast Records. Bloodbath has a new album, Grand Morbid Funeral, coming out November 16th. I'm pretty fucking stoked on this. Bloodbath is like a legendary death metal band in my eyes. It was like Michael Ackerfeld of Opeth, the singer, doing death metal. It's fucking awesome, but he's not in the band anymore. No one knows who's singing on it. They said they announced it this week, so
Hey, it might be.
that's cool.
What if it wasn't?
It's not him, but I don't know.
What if we were nothing?
I was nothing. Belphegor canceled their North American tour with Rotting Christ, Beheaded, and Cedric Crown. If that came around, I honestly would go to it because Beheaded and Belphegor are fucking awesome. And Paul Bearer, Solstice and Mortals are touring.
Oh,
Paul Bearer is fucking awesome. Their new albums.
For a second, I thought you were talking about the guy who's in wrestling, Paul Bearer.
Paul Bearer.
Yeah, there's a guy called Paul Bearer.
Paul
Is
Bearer.
it Paul Bearer?
So, lots of tours that you can go to.
Much tours.
So, none of them are particularly interesting to me, except for that Camelot Dragon Force tour.
Oh, I thought you were just listing tours. They're touring together?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'm game. I'd be game then.
So, yeah. And then new releases this week. Fairy, you guys ready for Fairy Fencer F?
No.
On the PlayStation 3?
Dude, fuck right, let's do it.
How about Theater Rhythm Final Fantasy Curtain Call on a 3DS?
No.
This week is so awesome. Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm Revolution.
Somebody fucking call Tony!
On the PS3 and 360. And Air Conflicts Vietnam on the PS4.
Who?
A whole bunch of fucking shit.
A whole bunch of fucking... No, it's okay though, because Destiny.
Yeah,
exactly.
So it doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter.
And then this week's actually a pretty good week for music though. Cannibal Corpse with their new album Skeletal Domain. If you haven't heard the new song A Murderer's Pact, you should fucking listen to it because your head's gonna fall off. The Contortionists putting out their new album Language. Texas in July putting out their new album Bloodwork. It's probably the best thing that they've done, to be honest with you. Iron Reagan putting out their album The Tyranny of Will, and Motionless in White with that fucking Reincarnate album.
Motionless in White? I thought they died too. I thought they died. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
They got that one song that's okay. Was it Abigail Williams or something like that?
Yeah.
It's okay at best.
There's a fucking song with Danny Filth or Cradle Filth on it.
Danny Filth's great.
Yeah,
but
it's like Danny Filth doing fucking Warped Tour stuff.
Oh! No. Fuck that. Yeah, it's all breakdowns like that.
No more breakdowns. No more breakdowns.
We build it up and then we break it down. Alright. Yeah, sure.
So, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and we'll see you guys next week on the weekly motherfucking breakdown.
Papa.
Papa.